Guys, what a day today. And I think I'm grateful that I am committing to doing this. I literally am only doing this for me at this point as far as why I just came down here because it's like I will procrastinate and do other things and put off doing videos because I'm just not that comfortable, but otherwise I don't know how I'd get what I know out to people. So I come because it's what I ultimately really want to do. But when you have like, well, my day wasn't that bad, but for me, when my vibration is lowered, even though I can transmute it or whatever, but if I'm just being honest, sometimes I sit in the energy longer than I need to at times. And that's just the karma cycle. It's just this, whatever this was in the past, this energy must have been pretty heavy because I don't, and this is so light. It's so annoying. See, exactly. It's annoying. Like how, Courtney Clark on the divinely guided, divinely aligned channel. She said that like she has this life chart that I have never seen before, but it makes 100% sense. It said that my biggest whatever is frustration, and like my biggest like thing that I have to conquer type thing is frustration. And I'm like, yo, it's so on point because especially now, I don't know what it used to be, but definitely now I don't like getting frustrated, especially for things that I feel there's no need. But what need would frustration be ever? So it's stuff I have to get over. But regardless of whatever the minor inconvenience or whatever, whatever the inconvenience is, I'm not used to channeling, or actually I get answers all the time, but I always want to feel good when I come down here because I know energy transfers and I want you guys to feel my light. But if I try to wait on my good days only, then I'm sure there's going to be some messages I miss, and then I can't hold my goal of posting every day, which yesterday I got, I'm lactose intolerant, and I got one of those mocha frappuccinos, from the convenience store. I don't think that they like store them properly before they put them in the refrigerator. Anyways, it messed my stomach up for like, it really wasn't even that good today, but it's better. But yesterday it took me out, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go record. I gotta go record because I want to post every day. And so I feel like I failed a little bit. It frustrated me because I wanted to come down here, and then I didn't know what I would have said if I came down here. Like, I'm in so much pain, or just been like, ugh, or frustrating. Wow, that's kind of scared me. Anyway, so I'm here. I'm gonna see what comes through. So, and then the thing is, the other day it was the first time I ever really like channeled like that. Because usually when I channel, it's inside. I don't have to talk out loud. I've talked out loud before, but it's still just to myself, and it was still kind of interesting. So to hear it out loud with my own words, I mean, I do it on the phone, but either way, it's different. And it's like, oh my God, is that how it works? That's weird. But anyways, let's see what happens. Probably take a little brief intermission and then go for the goal. Yo, and then I was shocked as hell that it made me do it with my eyes closed. I was like, yo, that's weird. Why do I have to close my eyes? But I think it's because I think it has to do with like I've always had stage fright. And I was even like the lead character in a play, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. It gives me anxiety or something, but I still do it or whatever. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to close my eyes and see. I could use it right now anyway. They say you really don't have to wait that long. You're doing it right now. You just don't know how to use your voice, and you've been through a lot today. So let's see what we can say to the people. It might be the same message. Who knows? And honestly, I hear you should take the deep breaths with me. It'll just get you in the mood. How you guys doing today? It's raining outside, and so Camilla's not feeling all jumpy and energetic like she normally is. So give her grace, guys. She's had a long day. She's been through some stuff. Not like a lot of stuff, so don't worry. She's like, hey, don't make it seem like I'm just out down and out out here. To many people, it'll be minor to her. The things that are important to her are important to her, just as I'm sure that things are important to you. So she's just gonna relax and just got to make sure she don't fall asleep because she just needs to rest, and she wants to come down here and share with you guys so much. And sometimes she just doesn't have the energy because she's put her all into this. So let's give her grace as I channel and tell you all what you need to know right now. The times of the world are increasingly changing, and it's making you all feel very uncertain about your destinies and what's going to happen. And if you're in the United States, it's like, what is my country going to be? Fear not, for you have nothing to worry about on that front. Camilla's like, what are you talking about? I didn't think you talk about this. Well, this is what I want to talk about because it's what's on most people's minds. Everyone's in a state of concern when there's no need for concern because we are here. We're here to protect you and to guide you and to give you all the counsel that you need while you're on this journey. There is no fear. There is no need to awaken any quicker than you need to or do any of the things that you think you need to do. All you have to do is just be here. Be here now and relax and do all the things that I say to do. I say to you. I'm getting... Right now, Camille is saying, I don't know what audience you're talking to. Because she comes down here thinking that there's a certain plan, or she knows what, as she calls it, which frequency or dimension that she's going to be speaking on. But I need her to come down here with no plan, because there is no plan for her, because she said she allowed me to speak. So that's why I'm speaking on what I feel I need to. But then she feels like she doesn't know where the words are going to go if she doesn't know what she's talking about. And that's when she just has to release and know that the words are going to come out, and she doesn't have to do anything except for push the air out. And I'm saying this to you as I go back and forth with her in her head, because she's trying to figure out how to talk or what to do, because she's still learning how to do this out loud. Because normally she'll have this conversation in her head a million times. And we'll say the same things to her as I know that some of you all do as well. The thing is, when I begin to address you all, then she realizes that it's not just us and it's you guys too. So I want you to be patient, because the information that I do have is very pertinent to your education. See, it's just like, because she doesn't know the story, she doesn't know where I'm going with it. So this is going to force her to relax. So if there are any channelers out there, and in your heart, you know that you have a gift, and you know that you know how to channel, or you're getting messages from spirit, listen to the things that I tell her, and this is going to teach you how to do it as well. Relax. You don't know the words that's going to come out. It literally is like you're the instrument, and I am the voice. Well, wait. Okay, yes. Well, you're the instrument and I am the voice. So all you need to do is push the air out of your mouth, and then the words will come out. All we need is the air. And then we'll say everything that you want us to say, or more so that we need to say, or that we want to say, or how we feel like saying, or whatever the case may be. She's trying to find the right words. There are no right words. Just let it come out. It doesn't have to be perfect. What you're doing is miraculous, and you need to just allow me to say whatever it is that I want to say. And so just relax and don't worry about what the camera is going to record and what you're going to be able to post, because who wants to post themselves learning how to channel? Well, you know what? This is the best you got right now. So this is what they're going to get until you start to do it amazingly well. Who else gets to see themselves learn how to channel? If you don't have to worry about the followers, you don't have to worry about, well, this isn't the information that I want to give them. You didn't know what you're going to come down here and do. You didn't know that you were going to be on here learning how to channel, posting it, and then all of a sudden you're going to have it amazing. You get what I'm saying? But this is authentic. This is raw. This is you. This is somebody learning how to channel divine. Look, you didn't even know what I was going to say. The divine. Learning how to channel source consciousness. This is not an easy task. And for those that make it look easy, it is not. And they practiced a lot. You just happen to be practicing on camera. And so who cares? Right now, it was supposed to. This is Soul Blitz. This isn't Soul Economics. This isn't your teaching class. You don't know what it's going to be. This is Soul Blitz, where we're going to come through and do whatever. And if the audience comes, the audience comes. That's for your perspective. But from my perspective, they'll come when we say they come, as we mentioned in the few days prior, because she needed a rest. And so for those who this is what's going to happen at first. For those who are going to take this path, this is going to be a great guidance system to let people know that you're not alone, and this is how it starts. I know that, look, the people that do it before, they make it look so easy. They're channeling and they had to sit with themselves. They may have talked out loud, but they didn't just get in front of a camera, not really knowing how to channel for sure, and just start talking. Or maybe they did. I don't know. But you are. You get what I'm saying? This is what you're doing. This is what your channel is. So focus on yours. You came down here thinking you're going to teach, and you didn't know that it was going to be you teaching you and just recording it. I know, it's a little weird, right? It's a little weird to sit here and record, and it's more like a diary instead of them learning something, but they're learning a lot. This is the beginning of people learning their gifts, understanding what this world is about. And so there are not many videos out there like this. I don't know if there's one, but there is now. And because we know, but you understand, because you all don't know what's next. You don't know how important these videos are going to be. You don't know how important this is. But for the people, they're going to be figuring out how to channel, and then they're going to be going through the same thing you're going through. Like, I can't tell whether it's this, and I thought I was going to talk about this, and I thought when you become one with your soul and you allow your soul to do the work, then it'll be what it'll be. You don't have to worry about what it'll be. We know what we're planning. We know why you have yourself. You see? Anyway, she's so used to being so eloquent in her speech and the words that she says. And when she doesn't know what she's going to say, it's like a good freestyler. But when it's not her, she's like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to get the words wrong. But the more you relax into yourself and allow the air to come out and stop trying to force what you think is going to be said, the easier it'll be. So as I was saying, you all are going to be learning how to do this. And it feels so good to see somebody. And this is why they say misery loves company, but it's okay. Because you still have company. It doesn't mean drag somebody down, but when you see somebody that's going through what you're going through, you feel like you're not alone, and that's okay. Don't let people make you feel bad for feeling a little relief knowing that you're not alone. Instead, they'll look at it like you're happy that somebody else is going through what you're going through. No, it's just really the guttural feeling is that, well, I don't even know if guttural was the right word. That's guttural reaction. Whatever. Yeah. The true feeling, like the guttural feeling is, whatever that. It's an energy though. The true, look, she's questioning me. Anyway, the true feeling is not being alone. Because who likes that? Well, I like it sometimes, but you get what I'm saying? Like, not being alone in some things. Some things you don't want to be alone in. You don't like. It's not often anyone likes feeling like the weirdo or the odd man out until you get used to being the odd man out. It's a big difference. At first, it's like, yeah, So, receive these messages and understand, whoever you are out there who will be learning how to channel, this video isn't for everyone. This isn't for everyone, and this is going to be for what it's for. So if it's not for you, I thank you for coming, and I graciously am okay with you leaving. But for the people that it's for, you know exactly who I'm talking to, and you know exactly what I mean. You know that you've been channeling something and you don't really know exactly how to speak to it, or if you're answering it correctly, or if it's you the answering or the soul, or you can't really tell which voice is which sometimes, or is that me, is that you, is that, you get what I'm saying? It's a learning process. So what I would say to everybody is be patient with yourself. It's not like you wake up and you just automatically know how to do it. Camilla just happens to be trying to do it on the camera. Now, like, because this is the thing. If she uses the knowledge that she has, she could still teach you so much. But this is for her as well. She doesn't want to just teach you all of what she knows. She actually loves when I come down here and speaks through her. She really does. She loves every bit of it. But she's used to sharing the driver's seat with me. She's used to being a lot more conscious within it. So for her to release herself completely, it is a task. And so that is the key, to release yourself completely. Don't think that you're the person speaking. It's not you. And she was like, oh, so it ain't even my channel. No, you did it for, well, of course it is. You get what I'm saying? But it's going to be both. Just as you wanted it to be. Just as anybody who is a channeler wants it to be. When you see those miraculous things that we show you, you know that you are so excited for everybody to see. Well, how are they going to see if they don't have living proof or examples? Everybody that talks, they're always talking from, for the most part, they're speaking from a higher vibration. So for the people, and again, you were correct. This is why, and you understood this. This is why you went down into all the dimensions, as you like to explain, as you like to say, to understand all of the frequencies. Once you understand all of the frequencies, who other than you to go down there or up there or over there, because it's not linear and it's not up and down, but we use an elevator example because that's how people start off understanding it. High, low, they think it goes up, down. It really just means this way, that way, different, you know? So the elevator really goes in all different directions. But up and down, let's go up and down right now, okay? Because people think lower vibrations are bad. No, it's just you're not used to them. You're not comfortable with them. Camilla goes down to a lower vibration, transmutes it, sits in it, and she actually makes the energy say hi to her, so she knows not to be upset. Or she knows that it's a friend energy, because energies are spirits, if you want to look at them as such. They can just be you if you want to just go relax in the abyss of nothingness. Other than that, then they can be spirits, to where when you feel them, any energy, if you have it sing hi to you, that's her trick. It takes away all of the whatever you're feeling on it, and instead you're being receptive to the energy instead of judging it for being, ugh. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm not sure if you know that yet, so we'll put a break on that for now. So we're going to continue on this mastery class of understanding, and I don't like that. I don't like that. It doesn't. She doesn't like it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it for them. She wants to say something. She doesn't like it because she's like, I don't know what is going on. I thought I was going to come down here, do my YouTube, plan all of this stuff, in which she doesn't like to plan at all, and she hasn't planned anything. But her eyes had and this is the thing. She said that she is spiritually blind. Well, I said that she is, but I wanted to elaborate on that. There are some people that are seers, okay? And there are some people that are fillers. Camilla is a filler, okay? She feels energy first, and then she sees from the energy. There are some people that see first, and then they feel the energy. So that is the only thing she means when we say that she's spiritually blind, because when she goes into the astral, she had to learn a few tricks in order to see. Her dreams are unbelievable, something that you wouldn't even understand, because she sees it from third person and zooms in and out from third person to first person, third person to first person, depending on how the dream is making her feel. If it's something uncomfortable, she'll hop back out into third person. For those who watch play Call of Duty or something, you know how you can switch the screens on the camera on the game. She prefers it in the third person view, doesn't like first person shooters. Okay, so her dreams are like that, to where, hold on, she's realizing that I'm talking about her and didn't understand what it's. She didn't know the plan because there wasn't a plan from her perspective, and she said that she would just come down here and let us speak. And so she's doing that to the best of her ability. So what she doesn't want, she's this is the issue with perfectionists, okay? She has an idea and she thinks she wants it to go a certain way, and now that we're saying this is going to be the beginnings of how someone learns to channel. She's doing it right here on camera, and she's like, I didn't know that that was what this is going to be, and now she's trying to accept that this is what it's going to be. But she was like, I want the audience to have something. Well, you don't know who the audience is. As I said, you don't know exactly what the future holds. Everybody thinks it's damnation, and we know that it's illumination. But and so in her head, she does this thing. She calls it the law of opposites. I believe the others call it the law of correspondence. Not really certain on that. She's gonna have to go read on that to have the vocabulary for me to speak through her. However, she uses the law of opposites, where if she feels a certain vibration and it's lower, or a situation, she goes to the opposite thought immediately. She didn't know that she was quantum leaping. But when you go to the opposite thought and choose that thought, that is the thought that is so. And that is just how it goes. It's like no one really questions if 1 + 1 is 2. Now, Terrence Howard does question if 1 × 1 is 1. Anyhow, but no one really questions that 1 + 1 is 2. They can agree on that as so. And so we all in the astral can agree that the law of opposites, and that she has been quantum leaping, whatever the case. She's getting thrown off because of this, because of that. So let's just pause that and let's try to get her to refocus. Okay, so she didn't understand that this was going to be a video or a tutorial or just a documentary or an example of her growing on camera as a channeler. In the future, very near future at that, many people are going to be wanting and awakening and seeing and needing to learn and are experiencing similar things that she's experiencing. And this is going to make them feel comfortable and at ease. Okay. Now she's like, was there anything else? Like, she wants me to tell you all the good stuff that she learned, but she doesn't understand that she's been learning for years. For years. So there's no real place to start. Why not start with you learning how to channel? There is no order. What's wrong with today's message? It doesn't have to be specific or go here or go there. You don't know who your audience is yet. And then, this is what's chapping her ass, and we're just going to let it out. She had to get one tooth pulled. One tooth pulled, and everybody know why. I told her not to smoke. She had to get one tooth pulled, her wisdom tooth, and it changed the way she speaks. And so she's trying to learn how to use her mouth again, which irks her. So she said forgive her for that as well. Yeah, well, okay. She's like, what am I going to title this now? Like, it's like this is so far left that and this is me, guys. I don't know what to do. Like, I mean, I know what, okay. I know what I would rather talk about. Not rather talk about, but it's like, as I do this, and since this is a learning thing, I was gonna, except me, Camilla, I was gonna tell everybody about, let's say multiple personality disorder, or no, more so schizophrenia or auditory hallucinations, and this, that, and the other. Of course, I have to say that I'm not a doctor and this, that, and the other, but this is the stigma, and this is unfortunate for the way the masses understand. For instance, if somebody is having auditory hallucinations, I can explain this up and down. I had auditory hallucinations. Now, I've said this before. If you're hearing the lower vibrations or bad thoughts or something like that, again, entertainment purposes only, whatever. But this is true on a super human and spiritual level. This is real in the sense of what I'm trying to say. because all these laws and everything that make me have to censor when I'm just really trying to tell y'all the truth on my beliefs. Okay, but it's those things like that where trying to explain to you something that I feel and have tested to be very accurate for me. Like, and that's the thing, I just forgot what I was saying. I was on a channel, but it's like when you try to skirt around all the words that you're not supposed to say, it actually is almost censorship, because it's like, am I supposed to tell these people the truth, or am I supposed to make it seem like I'm not telling the truth and you shouldn't listen to me? But again, entertainment purposes only, people. But auditory hallucinations, when you're hearing lower vibrational things, and when I say lower vibrational things, let's just for now say the things that you don't like. Okay, I'm gonna come down a dimension because my energy spirits know I don't feel it as in I don't like it, but we will touch on that another day. If you feel or hear things that you're not liking, this is, you have to understand, you are manifesting your creation. I can't talk to on too low of a dimension because I need you to understand the truth. You're manifesting your creation. So you have to understand that these are things that you're saying to yourself. These are things that you're saying to yourself. These are either generational curses, or I'll say generational traditions, whatever you want to say, because we have to pamper it. But you could just call it, but it's not a curse. It's just your generational lineage, to be honest. And these are things that y'all all as a collective decided to work on in your bloodline. Okay, so let's just say you deal with some energy that you don't like. I don't remember what I was saying. Let me find it again, guys. My bad. What was I talking about? I was talking about, you're hearing something you don't like or something, or do this or do that. If it's not, you understand the difference between positive and negative. We can at least go there. If it's not positive, don't listen. Because you have to figure out how to not listen to you, be down on yourself, or make you do things based on the energies you're feeling out of anger or this or all these suppressed feelings and emotions that you haven't spoke out. Or you get what I'm saying? That all it is inner child trauma, more than likely. So when you do your shadow work and heal that, you don't hear those bad voices anymore. You'll actually hear your angels, your guides, your everything, the people and the entities and the things that are trying to guide you. And the whole time they've been, but yours is your ego has been saying the things in your head. And I did tell the truth on, actually, I'm not even going to give the fifth the credit. I'm not going to let anything have power over you. So that's why I skipped the fifth, because some people will say, people do dark magic, and that doesn't matter. The way I skipped all of that dark magic stuff, well, it hit me, but in order to pass it, I just went above it. I just went to myself and gave myself the power and learned manifesting. Realized, my bad, guys, realized that it was me doing it all. And in order to do that, you have to take full accountability of your life. Taking accountability, oh my God, the word is overused, but taking it is so underrated and underdone. Take accountability. It is hard to admit, wait, so you're saying that I caused this and I caused, yes. The simple answer is yes. I don't need no excuses, no, yes. And then that's where the work starts. I'll tell you, they got something right. They said the first step in what? Every AANA, whatever, anonymous, all of those. The first step, admitting you have a problem. If you don't see it, then you don't know. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Lord, if you don't see something, what problem was it that everybody had? Oh, yeah, that you're manifesting terrible things happening to you. Okay, so do shadow work. And if you don't know what shadow work is, Google it. Until I can get around to doing a video explaining it to you, Google it. That's what I did. I Googled it. And then I got answers and followed the paper trail. Went down the rabbit hole, and is it fun? No. No, not until you start to like it. And I'm slightly masochistic. And honestly, it helped. Liking pain helped a little bit because I went through a whole lot of painful things. So when you do the inner work, those voices change. And then you hear them in the light. When you honestly, the moment you acknowledge that it's you, and the moment you stop being afraid of the things that you're hearing, is the moment that you'll hear all the things that you've been waiting to hear. All these are gifts that are out rampant, and we don't know what to do with them because we hadn't been taught what these gifts are, what they look like, how they affect different people. And then when you're consuming things that you do, there's a lot of variables to the equation of who you are. Okay, so that's just so important. That's just what I want people to know so badly, is at least for the, I'll call it, I'm not even gonna name any of the disorders for this sake. I'll just say auditory hallucinations. Even, oh no, we're not gonna go to visual hallucinations. Visual hallucinations. Oh, so now if you see a spirit, you have been deemed crazy. If you hear your spirit guides, you have been deemed crazy. And so I'm saying this, and right now it's dual, it's both of us. I'm saying this because that's a whole part of Kamia's trepidation when it comes to speaking, because if you're in a society, which would be the whole earth right now, that aren't familiar with, in the masses, or at least in the United States for sure, are not familiar with channeling. We're not talking about Miss Cleo's or the ones or twos. My bad, guys, I keep hitting that. The ones or twos that you keep hearing about here or there. We're talking about an entire collective of people. First off, everybody has telepathy. Everybody can do it. You get what I'm saying? It's just some people are better at it. It's just that simple. It's some people. It's like LeBron is better at basketball than he is soccer, but he'd still be pretty good. You get what I'm saying? So at soccer, it's just if you have the athleticism. Some people couldn't do either. You know what I mean? So it really just depends on your avatar and what you chose to incarnate here with. And you go from there. But it's hard for people who do have the gift of, I don't know which clarity is, clairvoyance, clairaudience. That's why I got to do a little more research to really know all the things that I've been doing. I just do them. I don't know what they're called. So I need to educate myself a little bit. But when you have these gifts and you live in a society that tells you that they mean that you're crazy, then you hide them. You hide them, and you don't want to tell people that, hey, I hear something, and it seems like it's true, and it makes my body feel incredibly holy and all of these good things that you can't share because you're afraid that people are going to think you're crazy and give you a 5150 hold, and then you got to stay in the mental institution. So nobody's speaking up. So I understand why Kamia shies away from being her true self, even though she follows so many people and subscribes to so many channels where people are doing this. So this is her trauma that she has to get over. But I'll tell you this, when she gets over it, the things that this young lady is going to share with you is going to blow your mind. And I'm saying this, and she doesn't even understand all the things that she's going to share. She thinks it's going to be the stuff that she knows. And I know that it's going to be stuff that I know because she's going to let me talk the way I want to talk. And so eventually, when we start doing more of these videos, you're going to understand which one is talking. And honestly, just use a little grammar, because if I say Kamia doesn't talk about Kamia in third person that often. So if you do hear her say Kamia, then more than likely, it's her soul as her. Okay? Oh, and look, apparently I'm not it, because what the heck? Okay. Whatever, even she's trying to figure out who talks sometimes, but she has so many guides that, I mean, sure, if she sat with herself and said, hey, who's in there talking, I would tell her, you know what I mean? Because what she does is because she plays video games and stuff, she learned to switch her soul from herself to the soul, to God, if that's what you guys want to call it, and back and forth, whichever one is comfortable. So sometimes we talk dually. And she'll take a back seat so she likes to be a little more active in the conversation. And like yesterday or the day before yesterday, she allowed herself to completely withdraw. And I figured it would be a little more of a challenge today because she's dealing with some lower vibrational energies that she calls lower vibrational. And until she transmutes it and does what she needs to do, she starts from a lower register, which means the channel is going to be a little different. And we understood that as well. So she wasn't going to come, and we told her, you don't have to take the rest, but she wanted to prove that this means everything to her, even if she didn't know what she was going to post. And even if this is so vulnerable, the people that are for her are gonna understand and are gonna enjoy this journey, because I'm not her, and I'm telling you, it's worth the wait. And it's gonna be cool to have document I don't even know what to say. To have documentation of where it started and then where it's at now. Okay? So at the beginning it always looks a little shaky, but the thing, look, now she's like, oh my god, what else you gonna talk about? Okay, so just briefly, she basically touched on having auditory hallucinations. Please do not call it hallucination. You're not hallucinating. You're not hallucinating. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I am. Never mind. You're not hallucinating. You're hearing something, and more than likely, it's your spirit guides. If you hear something that is not positive, go to sleep. It's you. You're going through something. I'm not even gonna say you're going through something. That's it. And whatever and therefore meditate. Stop. If you're hearing something, if it's negative, it's like, well, that's negative. So I know that I must not be in a very good vibration right now. Simple. Simple. That thought isn't cool. I think earlier I was trying to tell you guys about quantum leaping out of a thought. And I think I was using the law of opposites, but I'm not really sure that was the right one. So she's going to have to look at that, because she doesn't know. And so it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. We have to find the right connection to be able to explain it properly. So weird. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, because I told y'all what that dang mocha coffee frappuccino. Good God, man. Anyways, I'll tell y'all what the issue is. I keep trying to tell my story and not letting my soul or whoever it is tell you. So I'm gonna work on it. I swear I am. But it's still cool, because trust me, the stuff that I gotta say is good too. And I don't even know how it's gonna work. And usually when I channel, like my soul and me usually are like one, and so I can feel when it's my soul and me. But right now it's definitely like source or some other guide or something that I don't ask, because sometimes if it's hard to explain. So I'm sure you're gonna hear me say that so much. And another thing about me is, usually I like to master something first completely before sharing it. Exactly when I started sharing everything that I could do with my friends and stuff, by the time I started opening up to people, I had this stuff down packed, like back and forth, all the stuff that I was going to teach. I had done it a million. I don't know if I'm over exaggerating. I'd done it a lot by then. But then once I had shared just about everything not everything that I knew, I keep secrets. I put it in little asterisks, the things that seem a little way wild that I don't think everybody is ready to hear yet. So I just keep my theory over here and test out my hypothesis. And as time passes, either it sticks with that and it looks like that theory is going to turn out to be a fact, or it's something didn't add up and it goes over to one of the other asterisk marks. But I don't even know what that means, but whatever. But regardless, yeah, I lost that stream. I have no idea. Dang it. And look, this is one of those Misery Love Company things. Man, when I saw a couple of channelers, like, wow, what was I saying? I used to be like, what is wrong with me? But I understand that I lose the stream and I lose the channel. I call it a stream, but, because when we're talking on a certain frequency, the stream, I call it a stream, because for me, it's like, I always say, like, double dutch. And you kind of like, well, it's not that. I see it like, oh, this is how it is. Like on Finding Nemo, when they were in that ocean stream, all I remember is the turtles or whatever. And it's like that. And so when you're in the stream, you're just coasting. You can say it's easier to talk and you're flowing. But if I segue a little too far, usually I can go back up to the stream real quickly, but sometimes it just bloop, I drop too far out of it, and then I'm like, I have no idea what it was, because it's on another dimension, and I dropped out of it, so I'm not at that dimension no more. So it's like, so yeah, let's see if it comes back. Crap. All right, higher. What was that? It was auditory. Okay. Anyway, so y'all get it. If you hear things, dude, listen. If it's like I said, honestly, it's just the way I worked. And honestly, I thought as humans, you automatically go to the lower vibrational thought first. This is a secret. I'm going to just let this secret out because, look, the reason why we go through the lower vibrational stuff, y'all don't know what heaven feels like. Like, let's just call it heaven. Y'all don't know what those higher frequencies feel like. So how can you get there or manifest anything on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you can if you can visualize it. But what if you're not a visual person? So what Camilla did, it was like, or I don't even know where they say I don't know who's talking. But what I did was I used the law of opposites, and I'll figure out what that law really is, though. But what I did was, well, I learned that obviously if, for instance, if a D is a D on a lower vibration, on a higher vibration, it's still a D. It's just a higher octave. So what I would do is, dang, I don't even remember, because what I'm doing right now is jumping through dimensions. I went and was about to go explain it as energy. And then I remembered, because it's hard. When I'm past something, it's hard to remember how I did it when I was at a different dimension to get to where I'm at now. Yeah, when I was, this is another reason why you drop out of channels when you're tired. And I want to tell you guys, but I might be done. And it's like, no, you can't leave them like that. That's messed up. No. Okay. Honestly, the thing is, it's just, it's just, I don't know how well I can do if I can't really focus. Give me one sec. I'm gonna try. And look, the way it works is sometimes it'll start me back at what I can remember, and I usually have to talk through it, but I don't want to say everything to y'all all over again because it always starts at auditory hallucinations, and I'm like, I don't want to call them that anyway because it's such a gift. Literally, I'm not certain about all because I'd have to go through the list. I don't even know what all the disorders are, but there are so many. I've come across so many. I've felt and been so many that I know the gifts. Anyways, I know I was talking about the asterisk over there and the little experiments that I do, but I don't remember. Okay. Something about, I know I was talking about quantum leaping. And I know that I was saying that when there is was it a lower vibrational situation? Because that's what I would quantum leap out of. Was it a frequency or okay, no, a auditory hallucination, duh. If it's a lower vibrational thought, I literally just think of the highest vibrational thought based on the same situation that I could think of. Let's say it's like, oh, all right, I'm gonna go extreme. Let's just say, oh, that turtle is about to get run over by a car, and let's just say that's like the worst. I'm trying to keep it PG. And obviously it's a future thought, you know what I mean? And let's just say it's not something that you can really see right now. Let's just say, oh my goodness, I'm gonna miss the bus. Okay? Instead of you thinking you're gonna miss the bus or be late for work, think, all right, it's going to be like, no, it's actually, this was my higher vibration. No, it's actually going to be behind schedule. And by the time I'm get there, it's going to be pulling right up. Okay. All you have to do is change the story. Change the story. I promise you, all you have to do is change the story. And that is the story that will be so. I tested it too many times for me to not know that that is true. I tested the story I didn't like. I tested the story I wanted it to be. Lo and behold, I'd get a text and it's the exact story that I created. I'm not telling you to believe me. I'm telling you, try it within you because nobody has to know you're doing these experiments. I probably got like 150 experiments going on at the same time right now, and I'm just waiting for the seeds to grow to make sure that I'm either correct or I have to alter something or learn it, but I'm pretty sure that I don't even know if there's anything else I could do. I think that's why I'm at the point of saying it and channel out, but now I'm at the part of channeling and speaking it, and I did it all in my head. We communicated inside. There was no need for me to open my mouth, I mean, there was, because then when I would teach people, the channeling was it was a little different, now to let it come through and on camera talking about that y'all are gonna see me learn how to channel, that's crazy. but I am ready for it. And that's why I did come down here. And honestly, even just doing it made me feel a little better. I literally thought that I would come down here and be telling y'all everything, but because of Courtney Clark, I realized like I can tell y'all so much, but it coming from spirit is just 10 times better because I've seen what it does and I've seen the way it moves people. And so all I'm doing is waiting for the moments when that happens for y'all. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm camera shy. I've never expressed or showed any of my gifts. So right now I'm a little bashful and they're hidden a little bit. And it's like, yeah, you can do it when you're comfortable with the people. When you're not comfortable, it's kind of hard to, it's not hard. It's just different. It's a little different. And so I am going to loosen up and relax. So my soul or a guide and honestly, to be honest, I never know who's going to come. I have no idea. I mean, it's usually my soul or God. You get what I'm saying? But I'd be lying if others didn't come, but that would only be like probably on a one-on-one type of thing. If it ain't just out of nowhere, freaking somebody's soul gonna say, "Hey, we just want to pop in on the live or something." No, okay. So yeah. So anyways, I think that's good for today. Before I go rambling and losing my train of thought, I guess this is training day 2, but this is, I'm not even sure what Soul Blitz day this is. 3, 4. Oh, I think it's day 4. I'm just happy I came down here. Thank y'all for those that listen to this. God bless y'all. God bless y'all if y'all listen to this, because I promise y'all, I had a plan, kinda. I kinda thought I knew the way this would go, in a sense of, not today. I didn't know how today would go because I was not in a good mood. But I kind of thought that it would be me teaching you guys. And I knew that I channel, but I thought I'd be channeling the stuff that I knew. Like, so that's why they always say, don't make a plan. And then I'm worried. I'm like, what if they don't want to see me learn how to channel? I mean, that's a legitimate question. And the thing is, I got where I got from asking questions after question after questions, and my soul will answer every single question I got. So if they don't want to see me learn how to channel, they don't watch. Those that do, they do watch. And that's all. And look, and I'll even shout out my friend. I wasn't expecting no watchers yet. Real talk. Not at all. Like, real talk. I'm trying to, on a sneak, kind of get it out there, get comfortable. And I guess that's honesty. Was why, like, there's no followers. Yeah, I don't want them. But anyway, she was like, "Oh, watch it." But I was like, "Oh my God, you did." I kind of thought that I'd have like 200 and then be like, okay, now they can go because I'm pretty good now. But you know what? I love y'all. The y'all that have come by now. Because trust me, I don't doubt that you all are going to come. It's just, I love y'all so much. And it's so weird to talk about the y'all that's there, that's not there yet. But I feel y'all. It's very weird. But I feel each and every soul that's listening, when you listen, like, it'll be one, and then it'll be, and I've always felt watched sometimes. Not like, I always feel like, not like that. But it's like sometimes as I'm doing, I sometimes call it a sermon, because sometimes I'll just go, right? I don't know why. I think because I sound like preachy or something like that, but it'd be good. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when that happens, I can feel more of an audience than just the people that I'm speaking with, and so I sometimes wonder, but sometimes I just let them listen. That's how I figured out I knew that the stuff that I was talking about was golden. And when you test your own theories and magic happens, that's why I'm doing this, because the confidence in what I'm saying is not, I have all confidence in everything that I'm saying, 100%. Is that, I'm asking, is that true? Absolutely. When it comes to the spirituality stuff, 100%. Now, when it comes to what my soul got planned, that's where I'm a little shaky. You know what I mean? But I won't tell you something I haven't tested. Like I said, it takes a lot of coincidences before I realize that it ain't a coincidence no more. It used to, and it takes a lot of test trials before I will say that this is what I know to be true. And I've used it on myself a million times. And now that my life, like now that so many things have panned out the way it was supposed to within me and my understanding and the way that the universe teaches me, I know that this is real. And I don't know why. Actually, I do know a lot of answers, but let's just stick on this level. I don't know why they wouldn't want everybody to know this, because it's some of the most beautiful information in the world. I don't know why they would say that the the voices that you hear are not angels and your spirit guides or your lost loved, I mean, or your passed on loved ones. Why would they not let you know that? But that's not for me to answer. That's for them to deal with. Okay? So, I love y'all. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for listening to all of me, whichever me comes through. Thanks for listening to a conversation with multiple entities and people or whatever at the same time and trying to follow. If you lasted this long, I appreciate you, because this is a journey for me. I will say, I'm sure eventually my soul is going to let me say kind of what I want to say or get to teaching once I allow it to fully, because it's kind of crazy when, I mean, it's just difficult when you don't know what's about to be said. So you think you should know, and it's like, wait, what are you talking about? And it's like, just let it be, and that's what I'm working on. So if you could be patient with me, I promise it'll be worth the wait and worth your while. I love y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. It's so weird to have so much gratitude for right now. There's nobody, and I feel like grateful because you don't know how long it's been that I've wanted to be honest about what I could do and who I am, and share my gift. It's so not fun when you have nobody to share some of, like, one of the greatest gifts on the planet with. So I was so grateful for the people that weren't chickens like me and have guided me through their YouTubes and through their documentaries, because they weren't scared, to inspire me to share my piece to the puzzle. So if y'all can be patient with me, I can't believe y'all get to see me like this, like so non-confident or so shy. I like this. This is very vulnerable because I guess the people that know me know how much I don't really do the cameras, but I love talking to people. It's just what is this? You come to me face to face, if we man, or no, or even just on the phone. Dude, I need souls, you know what I mean? So it's hard when they're in the astral and y'all not in front of me. So I can't wait till I get a following large enough to do lives and stuff, because I can't wait to hear what all y'all got to say and all of y'all's information and all of y'all's questions. But y'all don't even know what to ask me yet, because it doesn't seem like I know much yet. Anyways, I love y'all. Have a great day. Thanks. This day was, I didn't think it was going to happen, and something came out of it. I'm all right with it. Y'all be good. I'm out.